What is shifting cultivation? By Tommy Eben and Trevor Ponath.
Defining shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation is a method of agriculture in which people, mainly in tropical regions, shift between areas of land in order to allow the nutrients in the soil being used to replenish. This method is used by around 250 million people worldwide, and it uses around 14 million square acres of land.
Process of shifting cultivation. Farmers using this agricultural method need an effective way of clearing the new fields. Their solution is cutting and setting fire to what is used to cover the land. This is a recognizable trait of shifting cultivation, known as the slash and burn method. This method creates ashes, which are absorbed by the soil, adding useful nutrients. The new land is used for about 3 years before the people move on, letting the soil regain nutrients, a process which people wait 6 to 20 years for before returning.
What is grown in shifting cultivation? The types of food grown varies between the locations that shifting cultivation is used in, which is just like how we eat different foods than someone in a different region. The way that these different foods are grown is in different size rings, which differs from the way other forms of agriculture grow food in rows. The people grow different things in each row. For example, someone might grow a starch in the inner few layers and a grain in the outer few.
Use and ownership of land. Usually, the land owned by the process of shifting cultivation is not owned by the farmer, but the village instead. Only 5% of the entire world population uses the method of shifting cultivation, but it uses up around 1/4 of the world's land. The reasoning for this huge amount of land per person is because each farmer is constantly changing up what land he or she is using. The future of shifting cultivation. In recent years, the land used for shifting cultivation has been decreasing. Instead of people farming, they have switched to jobs like logging and farming for cash crops. These jobs can bring their family more money than it would selling extra crops from shifting cultivation. Another reason for them to switch to other forms of getting food is that shifting cultivation has been seen as an agricultural method that produces little food, whereas new methods produce much more food. Relationship between shifting cultivation and deforestation. Deforestation in recent years has been both beneficial and destructive to shifting cultivation. The clearing of fields helps shifting cultivation because it can add land area for farming. On the flip side, it can hurt shifting cultivation by bringing people away from it and to higher paying jobs like logging. The relationship between climate and shifting cultivation. Climate plays a large role in shifting cultivation, just like any other type of farming. With the warmer climates, you can plant year-round, bringing in more crops, which in theory gets you more money. The climate also has to have precipitation and good soil. Without rain or water, it is hard to grow crops. A good example would be a desert where agriculture is nearly impossible. Also, good soil is necessary to provide nutrients that the plant needs to grow and thrive. Defining slash and burn. The slash and burn method of field clearing is a simple process of taking machetes or other long knives to remove plants already growing there. These already cut pieces are then placed on one of many small fires set on the now cleared field. The pieces that have been burned to ash are spread and left over the field. The limitations of the slash and burn field clearing method. When the slash and burn method is done, it is very effective, but it can only be done at certain times. If the weather that day is rainy, the fires will be hard or impossible to set. Also, if the weather includes any decent level of wind, the farmers will not set the fires, because they might accidentally start a wildfire and destroy the environment around them. The last main limitation of the slash and burn method is that it requires both time and manpower to remove all the plants that are already growing there.